Hello and welcome to PrepEve, where we revolutionize how you prepare for IELTS. Today we'll be dealing with the IELTS strategy. How do we strategize? Today we'll be learning the generic strategy, and following videos we'll be understanding how do we prepare in 14 days and in 1 month. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the strategy to clear the IELTS test in our very first attempt. For the starters, you need to be clear about the format of this test. Once you're aware about it, you need to take a diagnostic test to understand what's your current level in reading, writing, listening as well as speaking. So once you realize where you are standing at, you would be in a better position to improve yourself, and you can devote time accordingly in each module. To assess yourself, you can take the help of internet. There are ample amount of videos available on YouTube for the listening and reading tests. You can take those tests and look for your score, and you can get your band score there and then. For writing, we are offering this special service wherein in the description box we have given you an essay question. Go through the essay question, write it down, send it to us on our email ID, which is prepeve@gmail.com, and we would be giving you a feedback of that particular essay within 48 hours. So our purpose is to help you understand what is your current level. When it comes to speaking, we are sorry we can't entertain so many students at the same time for 10 to 15 minutes every day. That would be tricky. So for now we are just helping you out with writing, and you would get a fair enough idea of your current level after going through our feedback. So once this is done, you will be in a position to identify your weak areas. Identify whether you're weak in the productive tests or the receptive tests. The productive tests are writing and speaking, and the receptive tests are listening and reading. So let's understand why they are called productive or receptive. So writing and speaking are called productive tests because in both these tests we produce information. We are not recipients to the information, we in fact produce information. In case of writing, we are given a question and we have to answer to it, or we have to basically give our opinion. And in the written form, we basically express what we feel. In case of speaking, we are asked questions by our examiner and we express our opinion or our knowledge through words, which yet again is producing information, and that's the reason it's called productive. So these two are productive tests, and listening and reading are receptive tests because here we are not producing information, we are receiving information. In case of the listening test, we are receiving information through our auditory senses. We are basically listening to an audio and answering the questions that are given to us. In case of reading, we are reading a passage, going through a text and then looking for information and answering the questions by recognizing the content or answer in the text itself. So this is the reason why we are called recipients here in the case of listening and reading, and in the case of writing and speaking, it's called productive. So you need to identify whether you're weak in this one or both of these. So once you are sure of your weak areas, you can work on them accordingly. Next step is to isolate. So there are two reasons why you could be weak in these modules. One of the reasons is the obvious one, that you're not good enough in your English skills. The other one is time issues or time management. For this, if you are, for example, scoring 29 out of 30 in your reading test because you were unable to complete the last 10 questions in the 1 hour limit, then you cannot say that you are not good with English. You are already scoring 29 out of 30, but the issue here lies with your management skills. You cannot manage your time effectively. In those 60 minutes, you're supposed to complete 40 questions, but instead of 40 questions, you have completed 30, and out of those 30, you are getting 29 correct. This simply shows that you are good with English, but you're not good with the time management. So your focus should not be on practicing more reading tests with regards to your English skills or your language, but the focus should be on managing time. So you increase your reading speed, or you increase your speed in which you complete the test or you go through the entire process. So the focus changes from English to time management in this case. The opposite scenario would be such that time is not an issue. You are able to read the entire passage, go through all 40 questions within 60 minutes, but you fail to be accurate. If you're failing in terms of accuracy or in terms of your English skills, then you need to improve upon that. So here the problem is with your understanding. If you're not good at English and you fail to understand the question or maybe the content of the reading passage, then it's a must for you to keep going through new content, read a newspaper, read books, or keep practicing reading tests itself, so that you are more comfortable with reading, plus you know more vocabulary, you know more words, and your understanding increases with regards to this. So while explaining the isolation part, I focused on the reading test. This has to be done in all the 4 modules. Okay, so in case of listening also, you need to see, is it because of the time issue, is it because of the speed of the audio speed of the speaker, or is it because you're not being able to understand the accent or the pronunciation of the speaker in the audio. So once you rectify that, if accent is an issue, then the solution here would be to listen to audios with various accents, so you're comfortable with the accent and you understand them better. But in case speed is the issue, then the only solution is practicing. So keep practicing. The next one, yes, we have ended it here. To improve yourself, even if it's because of English skills or if it's because of time issues, you need to practice. The kind of practice would be slightly different. Obviously, if English is an issue, you would be required to read more, and also you have to read more and also enrich your vocabulary by understanding the meaning of new words. So this is how you will improve yourself. The only mantra of improvement is practicing. There is no shortcut to this. This is the only way you can improve your band scores from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. So there is no shortcut here. Practicing is the only solution, but there should not be any practicing blindly without analyzing these things. If you just keep practicing one after the another without understanding your weak areas, it's not going to be fruitful at all. First, identify your weak areas, isolate why are you weak in that particular module. Is it because of your English or is it because of your time issues? For example, in this time issues, if I give you the example of writing, so it means that you know how to write, you are a flawless writer, you construct sentences in a beautiful manner, and you also have really good ideas, but the issue lies in that you cannot complete your essay because it takes you 1.5 hours to complete both the letter and essay. So obviously when you take the test, you will not be able to complete the entire essay and you might just end up writing one body paragraph. So this would definitely decrease your band score. So here the solution is not to increase your English skills. The focus should be on time management. You should increase your speed of writing, speed of processing things, so that with writing beautifully you also attach the speed and complete your task in those 60 minutes, because there's no point of writing a flawless essay in 2 hours because you would be evaluated for what you have written in 1 hour. Alright, so this is supposed to be a focus area, and when it comes to practicing, let me tell you one thing. Here again your current level, here again a lot depends upon your current level. If your current level is 5 and you want a desired band score of 7, then it might take 1 month of practice. If it's 6 and you want 7, you can still manage in 2 weeks. So we have different courses for these, and we have different strategies for different students at different levels. So it depends upon individual differences as to how long the course should be or how we should be managing our time, depending upon whether you're working or whether you're a student or whether you're a mother who's working, so that's double the task. So basically our courses would be dependent upon what you do and how you can manage your time, and we'll be there to support you. So in the upcoming videos we'll be telling you about the 14 days as well as the 1 month strategy. Both are pretty similar, it's just that the duration is more depending upon how much effort or how much practice is required from your end. So that's about it for today's video. I hope you get a fair enough idea of what needs to be done, and the practical approach will be continued in the next few videos. If you found this video beneficial, please like it and subscribe to our channel and keep following us. To know more about our personalized guidance course, please call on the number given below or check our website.